Hello everyone, welcome all. This is Mundan Raghavan. In today's video, we are going to see destructuring of arrays and objects along with the help of REST operator. In general, destructuring means unpacking the values from the arrays or objects into the different or distinct variables. We'll start with a simple example, array destructuring. Let's say we have the array which are having, let's say 22, 33, 44. These are the values for the given array, and we are going to unpack it into the three different variables. Let's say A, B, C. And we will be getting the same kind of structure on your left hand side, and which will be having the variable names which has to be having the values. So let me keep it here. Here you can see 22, 33, 44 for the variables A, B, C respectively. Next one, a simple destructuring for the object. Let's say we have the simple object having the three properties D, E, F having the values 55, 66, 77. We want to get the values for the given properties or the given object. So we can mention the same kind of variable name which will be matching with your, let's say, the properties. So in simple words, we are just making the same kind of structure on your left hand side which will be matching your object, let's say object properties. You can see we are unpacking the values from the given object. Now we have seen a simple example about the array destructuring and object destructuring, which will be having a single level. But there are some other special scenarios that you can do with the object or array destructuring. So some are like, let's say, object destructuring with the default values. Let's say you have some object, you are not sure whether that object has some specific property or not. So in that case, you are giving the default value. If it is not present, then it will be taking the default value. If it is present, it will be taking the value from the given object. Here you can see on your, let's say, right hand side, D, M, F are the properties and 55, 66, 77 are the values. On your left hand side, you will be having the, let's say, property names or the variable names which has to be unpacked D, E, F. You can clearly see in the given object you don't have the property called E, but still we are trying to get it. But we are telling like if you don't have the value or don't have the property called name E in the given object, then we will be getting the default value D124, which will be the string format. Right. So on D it has the value, it will be taking the 55, and F it will be having the value of 77. Clear the screen. I think I will reopen one more time. We'll go to the code now again. Here you can see D has the value of 55 and E has the value default value D144 and sorry D124, and F has the value from the object 77. So by this way we can make sure that if you don't have values in the given object, we can give the default value, so it will not fail in the destructuring. Let's say what if don't give the default value, just save it and you can try one more time. Here you will be getting the undefined. That means that you don't have any property called E in your given object. So to avoid this one, we can give the default value. Next one, array destructuring with the REST operator. So let's say you have a array which will be having, let's say, n number of elements, but you want to get only first three elements, and the rest of all the elements you will be getting into the new different array. So in that time you will be using the REST operator. So REST operator is nothing but a continuous three dots will be considered as a REST operator. So you might be having some scenario like, let's say you have some arrays. The first two values are just like a, let's say some important value ID and the SSN number, or let's say Aadhaar number, and remaining all are like a salary or say different age or different data altogether. So what you want to do is like first two data you want to get it into the different variable, and remaining all you want it as a separate array. So you might be thinking like we can use the slice so that we can get only first two elements into the different thing, and the second from third position to everything can be in the different array, but that will be having the some more lines compared to this one, right? So here you can say directly we will be having first three variables a, b, c, and to get remaining all the values, or to get the remaining all the rest of the values into the variable called res, we will be using the three dots before that variable, so that it will be getting entire remaining values into the new array. Here I am just console.log for a, b, c and res variable as well. Here you can see the first three value has been captured, 22, 33, 44, and remaining 88, 99, 111, 222 has been captured into the new array. So that you can use this res variable as a different array or remaining array. Since it's capturing all the rest of the elements, so the operator itself will be called as the rest operator in this context. The same way for the object destructuring with the rest operator. Let's say I have the properties called def other and underscore id, but I want to get only def, and the remaining things I want it into the different object altogether. So which I mean that def for the given properties I need to get the values into the variable def, and remaining all the things has to be into the different object altogether. So for that reason I'm just going to use the same rest operator, but in this case it is working on the object. Here you can see the first three value has been taken into the def variable. The remaining all the things will be considered into the new object, so which will be having only two properties, other and underscore id. So this way you can filter out the variables, and you can rest of the elements or rest of the objects will be sent into the new object. And we are going to see, till now we have seen only the, let's say, a single level of object or single level of, let's say, arrays, but now we are going to see nested array and nested object. There are some scenarios you will be having the nested array. In this example you can see here the array has internally again two arrays, and that will be having the values this and is for the first array, and second array will be having super and cool. So this is the simple example of the nested array. So in simple words we can just make the destructuring such as like we need to make the same kind of structure on your left hand side with the different variable name, and you can destructure it. So let's save it and go to the terminal. Here you can see the variables m, n, o, p having the nested array values into the different variable names. The only condition is we need to make the same kind of structure on your left hand side when you just destruct from the nested array. The nested array will be very easy when compared to the nested object destructuring, because object will be having the multiple level as well, and it will be having the key value pairs, right? Here you don't have the key value, it will be only the values, so that you will be having the same structure and you will be giving the values to that, or let's say the variable names. Let's consider this nested object destructuring. We will go slowly in this case. So for example we have the user, and let's say it has the property id, name, age, and it has the another property which will be having the not primitive value, again another object. That object will be having the property called degree, and it has the masters. So what we are going to do is like we are just having this entire object into the variable called user, right? So we can directly use this user variable on your right hand side. Now here you can see the same kind of structure here we are creating, but in case if it is having the primitive value, let's say for example let's take id as the value of the primitive type number, so you can directly mention the variable name here, and let's say name is the primitive value, so you can mention the name. But sometimes you might think like, why do we need to use the same kind of, let's say if the object has the property name ID, we are also using the ID, right? But if you want to rename it, you can give the colon followed by the your variable name. So in this example, rather than using the name as the variable name, I am using the new name as the variable. This will be declared or just created as a followed by the colon symbol, right? So now we have the direct values. Let's say age, we don't want it, which means that it's not necessary that every time you will destructure with all the elements inside your object or all the properties from your object. Sometime you can ignore some values as well. So in that case, I am just ignoring the age. So because I am not using the age variable here. And next one, I am using the education. So let's say if it is having the other than primitive values, let's say in this case it's the object, right? So I am directly using the education colon, and inside that I will be having the degree. So now if you consider the degree, it will be the having the primitive value. So that's the reason I am directly mentioning the variable name here. So which means that if it is a primitive, you will be using the directly the variable name. If it is a not primitive, you will create the same structure. For example, education has the object. In simple words, it will be starting and ending with the braces, right? So I will be creating the same braces here. Then after that, I will be having the variable called degree, because I am just going to get the value, primitive value master. So I am using the same variable name, same like a property name. And this ending semicolon, or let's say ending braces, will be the starting from here. So we don't need to confuse with this. Let me create something like this. So in this way we are creating the same structure. Rather than copy pasting the same thing here, I am just creating the variable name, right? So user, I can use it user. Now you can get the ID. Instead of name, I am using the new name because I have given the alias name here. And degree, I can use it direct as it is. So go to the terminal, clear the screen. Middle values. So line number 72. Okay, I think I have commented something else as well. Let me comment this one. Now we have only this code available. Control the screen. Here you can see I am getting the ID, and the new name will be the Fred, and degree will be the masters. So this way you can go to any level, because here we have only two levels. The object has the object, even this object can have another object or another list. So in that case we will be having the same kind of structure, and we will be following the same rule. If it is having the primitive value as the end value, then you will be having the variable name. If it is not, if it is the list or if it is another object, you will be creating the same structure and you will follow the same step. So this way you can destruct the values. And one more point we have noted is, it's not necessary that all the, let's say all the key values, or let's say all the properties, you don't need to destruct. Whatever the properties you want to destruct, those properties only you can destruct. For example, in this case we have excluded the age property, right? Here you cannot see the age 42 because we have excluded into the destructuring. And last one, sometimes let's say in object we have seen that we can just skip some values, but in case of arrays we can just skip the values by using the spaces, or we just followed by the comma separator. So for example, here you can see 22, 33, 44. Here we want the first value will be mapping to the 22, and second value we don't want, so we will be just following with the another comma symbol, and we will be having the third value into the C, and we don't have any value fourth actually, right? But we want to get the fourth value. If the fourth value is not there, I want to get it as 100. So in this example you can clearly see, even we can create the default values for the default, let's say property name or something, or let's say the variable name. Even we can get from the array, or we can get from the object. Even we can skip values from the given array or given object. So in this simple example, we can see here we are getting the first value and we are ignoring the second value. We are getting the third value. We are trying to get the fourth value. If it is not available, we are giving the default value. So in simple, it will be printing 22, 44 and 100. We are skipping the 33. Here you can see the same output. And still now we have seen the rest operator, which will be getting all the things from the remaining let's say you have just destructured some values. From that moment, whatever say from that point, whatever the remaining values are there, you want to get it into the new array or new object. So that time you will be using the rest operator. So the rest operator will be having the three dots before the variable name, right? So there is another usage of the three dots which will be acting like a spread operator, but it will be easy to understand when we understand about the functions, because the rest operator, let's say, and spread operator will be combined together in a different context. For example, in the function call it will work in a different way, in the function definition it will work in the different way. But in this context, for the destructuring we will be using the rest operator, and we have seen how it works here. And one more point to be noted about the rest operator is, when the destructuring, it will be always coming at the end. If you are putting in middle anywhere, it will be giving the error. For example, let's say I'm just putting everything here, or let's say we will go to the same example where we have used the rest operator. So here we have used, right? So let me go to here, and here I use the rest operator. Let's say I want to use in middle somewhere, and remove this. You will be getting this one. So rest element must be a last element. So in this way we can understand like rest operator will be working only at the end of the array. So this way we can see, so what are the things we have learned is array destructuring in a simple way, object destructuring, and array destructuring with the rest operator, and object destructuring with the rest operator, and a nested array and a nested object. And we have seen we can ignore some values, we can skip some values, and we can give the default values when you do the destructuring. And now in this point we have understood that these three dots not only for the rest operator, it will be considered in JavaScript as a spread operator as well. So that we will see in the coming sessions. So this is all about the destructuring of the objects and arrays with the rest operator. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.